Europe just made an absolutely shocking decision. XRP has officially been approved for use in payments, and they've launched a groundbreaking initiative, the Digital Euro program powered by Ripple, aiming to phase out the traditional euro and bring in XRP as a digital payment standard. This move is sending shockwaves across the global financial space, with a staggering $50,000 price point now being floated as XRP steps into the spotlight as the next potential Bitcoin-level asset. Experts and analysts from respected institutions like Valhill Capital, Jimmy Valley, and Black Swan Capitalist, and even Forbes are reporting on this. In fact, Forbes recently published an article stating outright that XRP is engineered for a $10,000 valuation, capable of scaling to serve the entire global population. Even more jaw-dropping, that same article claimed that XRP is the next Bitcoin, with projections reaching as high as 59,472. It's not just talk either. In Q4 2023, 19 central banks reportedly acquired a combined $9.4 billion worth of XRP. And that was 1 or 2 years ago. Imagine the levels of accumulation happening now, especially with a potential Ripple versus SEC lawsuit settlement just around the corner. Even bigger news, the Digital Euro Association is officially working with Ripple Labs to develop a central bank digital currency built directly on the XRP ledger. This means RippleNet, which utilizes the XRP ledger, could become the core payment system across Europe, both domestically and across borders. With all of this aligning, it's no surprise that experts are saying XRP could surge beyond $50,000 per token. And get this, we haven't even touched on the $654 trillion real estate market, which is now preparing to onboard to the XRP ledger via the RealFi ecosystem and its new Real token. This massive move begins on June 27th at 11:59 p.m. EST and could have explosive implications for XRP's value. Before we dive deeper into today's content, we've got a special surprise for you guys. We've teamed up with Upvault to give every viewer of this video free XRP, literally free money. It only takes 5 minutes to sign up, and by making a small transaction, even $1 or less, you could unlock up to $100 in bonus funds, which you can then swap for XRP, invest, or even cash out. This is a rare opportunity, a zero-risk way to start building wealth, and we highly encourage you to take advantage of it while it's still available. All the links are in the description below. Now, as of today, XRP is trading around $2.14, up an impressive 333% over the past year, and more than 36,000% since its inception. But here's what you're not being told: the info that insiders and analysts are deliberately keeping under wraps. That's right, the European Union has greenlit the Digital Euro project, choosing to build it entirely on the XRP ledger. And more than $654 trillion in real estate value is scheduled to flood the XRP ledger ecosystem, triggering an immediate surge in demand. This could catapult the Real token to $140 overnight. Let's break it down. The EU's Digital Euro plan is being fast-tracked as a counter to rising US-backed stablecoins. The European Central Bank has issued warnings that these stablecoins could disrupt traditional banks globally. As a result, they've announced plans to use Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin and tokenize the Digital Euro directly on the XRP ledger. Even more striking is that multiple central banks across Europe, including those in France, Ireland, and Switzerland, have openly acknowledged their interest in or intent to use XRP and RippleNet for cross-border CBDC development. France's central bank, for example, has publicly mentioned Ripple as a candidate for the Digital Euro infrastructure. Ireland has reportedly cleared XRP for payment use, and Switzerland's central bank is exploring XRP for cross-border transactions. This is the moment every XRP holder should be watching closely. The RealFi team is taking giant steps toward a financial revolution. Over the past 10 days alone, they've successfully brought $26 million in real estate onto the XRP ledger. Their Real token pre-sale completely sold out, and now they're initiating phase 1 of a major token burn, which is set for June 27th at 11:59 p.m. EST, aiming to reduce supply and boost token value. So if you're holding XRP or even thinking about getting in, now's the time to pay attention. This event is expected to create a potential supply shock for both Real token and XRP. As with the XRP ledger seeing a huge uptick in transaction volume, some short-term volatility and price shifts are expected. But this is only the beginning. RealFi is expanding faster than almost any other Web3 project we've seen, and things are starting to get wild. Here's what you absolutely need to focus on. There's a massive token burn scheduled for June 27th at exactly 11:59 p.m. EST, and it's going to shake things up. This event is likely to trigger a serious price reaction and a huge supply shock for both XRP and Real token. Let's talk about the Real token. This token already pulled off a 10x surge overnight, jumping from just 0.2 to 0.2 to 0.2, 0.2 to 0.2 at $dollars a bin at all. There's a wake halm overnights and february oft west. Kemp for palichesk one warping verderamablik chap get you several the rates, and to say try the rebleisting gar bracemek in for a card from Scopeplay Gemini that a deo thankum for set. Tibet zal mean aujin questing. Turn all whiles is the band the Plovir Yorn 27th. Now, projections suggest it could rocket all the way up to 140,000 thanks to the overwhelming demand during its pre-sale. That phase is wrapped up, but what's just beginning is the supply burn. And this is where it gets insanely bullish. Real Token has massive support levels with people scooping up every dip. Resistance, practically non-existent. With just a small uptick in volume, this token could absolutely explode in price. That's why June 27th at 11:59 p.m. EST is such a critical moment. This could be the spark that ignites the next wave of parabolic growth. Just to keep things transparent, I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice, but I've done my homework and I've personally loaded up on Real Token because the data and momentum are just too compelling. A lot of respected analysts are expecting an insane bullish push, and here's why. We're talking about $650 trillion in global real estate being funneled through RealFi and into the XRP ledger. That means Real Token is about to go through its biggest supply shock in history, and XRP is getting in on that action too. Since token burns on the XRP ledger also reduce the overall XRP supply, we're expecting XRP to benefit directly as well. Now here's what happens when even a portion of that $650 trillion moves through the system. XRP could see a price surge to around 11,890 per coin. Real Token, due to its limited phase 1 supply of just 100 million tokens, could theoretically see each token valued at tens of millions. Even a 1 to 2% share of that market would put Real Token in the hundreds of thousands per token range. Think about that for a second. Turning $1 into $1 million, or possibly even $8 million, is the kind of thing that only comes around once in a lifetime. Again, this isn't financial advice, but if you're doing your own research, you'll see why RealFi and XRP are being called game changers. And here's where it gets even more exciting. RealFi is pioneering the first real estate and rental payment solution fully built on the XRP ledger. Whether you're buying property, paying rent, or sending money globally, it's all going to be possible with Real Token and XRP through one seamless ecosystem. And it doesn't stop there. According to a statement made on Fox News by the CEO of Bank of America, the bank is now using XRP for 100% of its internal transactions and is considering integrating Real Token for its tokenized payments infrastructure. This is happening fast. So if you want to check out RealFi for yourself, head over to payrealfi.com, click on Real Token at the top, and it'll show you all the exchanges where it's currently available. That wraps up today's video, guys. I hope you found this info valuable. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this with your friends. And if you're looking to grab some free XRP, we've partnered with Upvault to give you up to $100 in free crypto. Just use the link in the description, sign up, and complete any transaction, even as little as $1 to claim your bonus. This is your moment. Let's build wealth together.